Hold on there. Alright guys, I'm there but now. So well, I'm going for the first people me around you. Alright guys, I'm there but now. So well, I have this hold on, give me a minute. Alright. No matter fuck. Hold on, they give me a minute. No man. This too much. Man. Hold on this. Alright, guys, if you know the answer, you can text the answer in the chat, you know. If you know the answer, you can text the answer in the chat. So the first question. Which of the following are considered computer hardware? This is which paper this? 2023 paper. Guys, if you know the chat, you can text. I want to CXC today, like 1 o'clock. So if you know the answer, you can text. What answer? Question 1. Which of the following are considered computer hardware? The phone is too loud. So the answer for this would be computer hardware. Blood clot again. A joke man. I see the answer. So question 1 would be C. Second one. To use a program stored on a flash drive, the program must be transferred into. If you know the answer, you can text. This must transfer into a RAM. Which of the following device is most likely to be used with a point of sale system? The answer would be a B. Touchscreen. Yeah, answer would be B. 4. If you know the answer, you can text the answer. Which of the following would not be considered cloud storage? Not considered cloud storage. The answer would be B. Data stored and assembled on a LAN. The answer would be B. Let me skip so hard. Which of the following is the best reason for using iCloud storage instead of local storage? The security, obviously. It will be. To refer the diagram which show the base operation of a general purpose computer system. The answer would be processing. Would be D. Which of the following device is used to input data into a computer? This is a mouse. This is A. Hold on there. Guys, if you know the answer for 8 and you can't answer. Last time I get copyright, me know oh I get copyright, bro. Like this shit is so crazy, bro. But watching now, you see, as the paper come up, me I do the paper. Like literally, me I do. As the paper come up, me I do the paper. Literally. Alright, bro, I do it. Yeah, man. So in which of the following types of interface is the user required to remember specific instruction and syntax? For your instruction, what come to mind? Command driven. For your instruction, you know it's command driven. Say Louis one in the pond. The printer most suitable for creating the hold on, give me a minute. Create the create the model of the globe. This is a 3D. This shit easy, bro. This 3D. Which of the following protocols is used to ensure that the web browser and web server communicate with each other? If you hear that, you know say that is HTTP. D. Guys, ensure the live. The symbol represent Wi-Fi. Unauthorized real lifetime interpretation of a private communication on a computer network is referred to as. This is the electric. This is eavesdropping. Electric. Whatever eavesdropping. Can't bother, you know. Double entry data verification involves the same data entered once then re-entered by another person. This D. A web developer is important to a company because this person A is responsible for the company website. Number 15. Which of the following sequence show an increase in computer memory capacity? Increase. Megabyte. B. The answer for this will be B. Guys, share up the live, guys. In the URL http www shoes whatever shoes can represent the domain name. B. Which of the following statement above biometric system is false? Personally, the answer would be C. Which of the following type of technology is commonly used by a bank to read data and checks? D. MICR. Transferring data from a remote computer to a personal computer is referred to download, which would be A. Data that has been processed and that has be meaning is data that we produce. This is information. A. Telecommunication can be best described as working from home by connecting home and office. This would be C. The process of unscrambling message at the sending at the sending end and unscrambling them as the receive end is called, this we call encryption. For here, unscramble, you know, say encryption. Which of the following is not a hardware component of a computer system? Hardware are things you can touch, so this would be data file. Which of the following can be application software? Linux. I can't pronounce it good, but I be. Which of the following function is performed by a modem? For your modem, the very first thing come to mind, digital and analog. Guys, in the shirt the live. So this should be B, analog and digital signal. Which of the following provides proof that the extensive use of ICT has a positive impact on the field of business? This would be D. Which of the following device can be used for both input and output? That's a touch screen. Which of the following is true of ascending file sequential? Where you're ascending, this would be in order. So it is from B. The first, no, hold on there. Ascending. This would be D. A system that analyzes data and use rules and precaution information to develop possible decision is called. This is an Empress system. B. A official of company excel confidential information about its company to company Y. What is the term used for this type of information misuse? This is a electronic eavesdropping. Which of the following are not categorized as system software? A. Productivity tool. Which of the following statements above the misuse of computer system is false? Which one is false? This would be D. So fast me I fly cheap paper, man. Before purchasing a computer, James was given a sheet with the following hardware specifications. The CPU speed for the computer is D, 3.6 gigahertz. The part of a private network using information technology and public communications that can be accessed by business suppliers, vendors, customers, and partners is called a. This is a intranet. Which of the following types of networks must a user access in order to surf the internet? This would be a 1. D. Which of the following are example of correctly formed email address? This would be A, as in ant. Which of the following table editing features was applied to the shaded cell in the form? The shaded cell, this is split, because it's split in a tree. What is the function of the small square label X? Small square label X. This would be C. Copying the content to another cell. If the formula is copied to the positional location immediately onto the left, what would be used? No, what would be the result formula? The result formula would be it would be C, because B move over to A, and B3 move over to A3, and B4 move over to A4. So the answer would be C. The manager want to find the name of the suppliers who received their product order. Which file would be used in the query? Which file would be used in the query? Guys, which file would be used in the query? I'm gonna check this now. This would be C. Product ID and receive. Product ID and receive. Yeah. Two files that can be selected as part of calculation are, guys, look upon this. Amount O is 1 for sure. And amount and the date order. Yeah. A primary key must uniquely identify a record in a table. Which of the following would qualify as a primary key? This would be A, because primary key is something unique, so one row alone, one field alone would have that. If the data in self E4 is changed, this could most likely affect G4C. Answer would be C. In order to create a spreadsheet chart which compare the average of each test, the range which could be used are which could be used. Guys, and share up the live, guys. It would be A1, F1, straight down to 7. 6 mean. No, 7, it would be 7, man. So the answer for this would be B. Because, like, basically, if you want to find the average for everything, so you go from A1 to F1, you swipe down the screen. No, you basically draw down the mouse and connect it to 7. So it would be B7 and F7. So it would be B. This that give me a problem, you know. No. The criteria that must be used in database query to sheet all appliances manufactured by Samsung that cost more than 3,000 is. Guys, if you know the answer, you can text, you know. I remember to share up the live. So the answer would be A. Now you hear me? What I think? Oh, I'm supposed to hear man. Which of the following sequence of steps are for deleting a record in a database table is correct? So first, now for open the design view. Second, select the row. First, open the design view. B of that. Second, select the row. The answer will be B. After you select the row, then you choose the delete option and you press confirm for delete where you delete. Which of the following activities have to take place for a user to follow a hyperlink to an email address and send an email? This will be all of them. D. Which of the following content control would be useful when creating a fillable electronic form for online use? This would be D, all of them. Is it necessary to include the column title and row label when creating a column chart to ensure that the B, correct heading are displayed? It would be B, as in boy. Which of the following feature would give you the old and new version of a previously saved document when using a word processor? This would be B, save as with the old file. In performing this algorithm, the computer reads two numbers and print the D, the first number if it is smaller than the second number. If you read the algorithm, you will see what I'm talking about. Which of the following constructs will execute a sequence of statements until a specific condition is false? This would be while do. B. When implementing a program, which of the following steps comes after executing? Compiling would be C. Which of the following program language is not considered to be high level? D. Assembly. Refers to the following diagrams showing steps to solve a problem that are not in the correct sequence. Which of the steps should be first? D. Learn CXC subject content. What does the symbol represent in the information technology? This would represent the decision box. A computer program is coding an algorithm which calculates the class average for a given exam. E. Create a variable called class underscore average. Which data type should E specify when declaring the variable? This would be a real. In writing an algorithm to implement a while loop, what is determined by the value 999? Which of the following conditional statement should be written? B, as in boy, while number decision 999 do. What component of a problem typically use the term print to carry out an instruction? This would be a output box. Last one. Which line contain a processing statement? Guys, if you know the answer, you can text, This would be 3. C. Which paper this? This is the 2022 paper. Go through them paper here. Quick. So, which of the following, if you know the answer, guys, you can text the answer. Which of the following items are considered component hardware? We'll try to go through this already. The answer for this would be C. Output device. The process of unscrambling message at the sending end and assembling them at the receiving end is called, for here, unscrambling. The first thing should come to mind: encryption. Guys, make sure you're not clean and pay attention. It will be encryption. Which of the following can be uh skin not catch me now. Which of the following can be termed application software? B. Linux. Which of the following activities would not be considered cloud storage? Fair ear closer, what come to mind? From that come fair ear cloud storage, the first thing should come to mind is an iPhone where you can have unlimited amount of storage. So the answer for this would be B. Which of the following could not be classified as a cloud-based application? So as what I said, cloud is storage. So Gmail, you can store things on that. Dropbox, yes. Google Drive, yes. Windows OS, no. So the answer would be D. Software which is modified to prefer specified tasks for a particular use is referred to as. So the answer would be D. Customized software and custom written softwares. The RP secondary school want the administrative staff to have access to all students and teacher data. Which of the following network would be most suitable to ensure such access? This would be D, a 1. For which of the following interface type is the user required to remember specification, instruction, and syntax? So from your specification, the first thing should come to mind is command driven C. Guys, not here, my good. Command driven C. The most suitable computer system for a research situation. No, station. What's wrong with me? Station used to forecast and monitor earthquake is the. This, guys, if you know the answer, guys, and you can text, don't be shy to text. Why this not turning on? So this would be a supercomputer. Hold on, I'm trying to fix out something right now. Give me a minute, guys. Guys, in the meantime, answer them in the chat if you know them. The first answer, everybody use that. So not to look on the answer there. Because that answer would be Wi-Fi. Which of the following countermeasures can only be implemented as a software measure to mitigate the effect or identify threats to a computer system? This would be a firewall. Unauthorized real-time interpretation of a private communication on a on a computer network is referred to as D. Double entry data verification involves D. The same data entered once then re-entered by another person. Hold on. part of a private network using internet technology and public communications that can be accessed by business, suppliers, vendors, customer, and partners is called. Guys, I'm supposed to know the anthems. Guys, and you can share up the live, please and thank you. And you can share the live to whoever is doing IT. This will be an intranet. Guys, and you can share the live, you know. Telecommunication can be best described as working from home by connecting home and office. This would be C. The answer for this would be C. Which of the following function is performed by a modem? So modem, from here, modem, the first thing should come to mind is analog and digital, or digital to analog. Me ever mixed up, but I know say analog and digital. Yeah, see there. So the answer would be A. In the URL http www.shoes.com stands for domain name. B. Guys, when the paper come out, guys, I will be doing the paper on this page. So as in doing the exam, as in reach home, guys, when those company telling me I gotta do the paper. Transferring data from a remote computer transferring data from a remote computer to your computer is referred to as download, because you download it. So this would be D. Which of the following type of technology is commonly used by bank to read data and check? This would be D. MICR. Customer log into an online application using a username and password to submit a record of their monthly major recording to a utility company. Which of the organization method is used for file of all the records submitted by a customer each month? This would be a serial. A. Usernames and encrypted password are used to I can't pronounce this word, yeah. But customer when logging into their account, which of the following is the most file access method? This would be a direct. In order to use a program stored on a flash drive, the program must be transferred into, this is a RAM, must be transferred into a RAM. This is a must. Which of the following is not a hardware component of a computer system? A data file. Guys, and give me a little second, please. I ready back on no. Oh, this is expert. Oh, so 24. A system that analyzes data and that use rules and previous information to deliver possible decision is called. This now, if you know the answer and you can't talk, this is an Empress system. So the answer would be B. Which of the following statement about biometric system is incorrect? So for here biometric, the mic turn on. For here biometric, the first thing come to mind, fingerprint. So I'm gonna read them, you know. This would be B. Answer for this would be B. Just come on, whatever I depend. The answer for this would be B. Guys, and you can share the live, you know. Share the live. Which of the following example describe a dental of service DOC attack? This is all of them. Which of the following protocol is used to ensure that all website page and service communicate with each other? This would be D, HTTP. Which of the following is true of ascending file sequential? File. Ascending. This will be D. Ascend, guys, remember the keyword. Ascending is in order. Descending is not in order. So ascending is from top to bottom. Descending is from bottom to top. Which of the following is which of the following is a hardware user interface? This is a touchscreen. A webmaster is important to the company because he or she is responsible for the website. A. Which of the following are not categorized as system software? C. Productivity tool. You notice the paper before and this paper they switch around the question. So guys, do not go in the exam and swap the paper. When you can swap the paper first and make sure you redo, like you know, swap the paper first and re-look over it to see if you know right. Cause sometimes them switch up the answer them. Like literally them switch it up. Like a while ago, productivity tool was A and now it's a C. And make sure you read the question properly. The order of connecting the hardware component of a LAN starting from the ISP telecommunication line to a desktop is the hold on, what answer you gonna know? Guys, if you know the answer, you can text in our chat, you know. It's an answer, you know. Modem to rotate to switch. Yo, me not hear the. Oh, hold on, let me see. Member. Rotate to modem to switch. Hold on there. Guys, if you know the answer, you can text, you know. The answer is kind of mess me up, you know. Or know the answer, but me not want to tell no foolish. So if I'm wrong, guys, and tell me something wrong, I mean it's not perfect. Alright, the answer for this would be I think a modem to router to switch. Modem route. I think the answer is A. If I'm wrong, guys, and you can tell me the answer. Cause I lost from the IT and pass. So guys, as I said, do not go into the paper and rush the exam. So before purchasing a computer, James was given a sheet with the following hardware specification. The CPU speed of computer is 3.6 gigahertz. This is D. So the answer for this would be D. Alright guys, which of the following interface allow the user to communicate with the computer system by keeping keen in instruction? From only your instruction, the first thing that come to mind is must be command driven, because for your instruction, you know say something like your command for do something. Guys, share up the live. Which of the following device is used for manual data entry into a computer system? Guys, if you know the answer for this, and I can't text. Two answers in a mind for my head, you know, two of them. OMR, the optical mark reader. Barcode reader. Computer. This a B. Barcode reader. Which of the following is an example of a correctly formed email address? Email. So guys, you must know an email address by now. This answer would be A. The answer for 36 would be A. Which of the following type, when you can text, you know, if you dip on the chat, you know, you can text, you know, don't be afraid for text, you know. If I'm wrong, you can tell me I'm wrong too, you know, because I'm not perfect. So, which of the following type of software should be used for application that involves repetitive numeral calculation? This now would that be word processing, spreadsheet, present. This is not presentation. This is not B. Database. Database. That is not that. Either spreadsheet or word processing. But the answer is word processing. Select or highlight a paragraph. Create a. Guys, first, you must know the answer for this. First, you have to select or highlight. First, you have to block. You have to block everything. If you not select or highlight, you just have to block everything from the either Excel or Word or whatever. You have to block everything. The question I ever repeat. Jesus, this I ever repeat. Guys, share the live, guys. So, which of the following format is located in position B6 of a spreadsheet? B3 plus B4 plus money sign B, money sign 5. What could be result in formula if the initial formula was copied to the position located immediately onto the left? So guys, meds. If B3 plus B4, alright, so if you move out to the left, so B3 would be A3 and B4 would be A4. So the answer for this would be A. In creating a query, a student entered the following criteria for the data field. The output will show days. Alright, all this now. Because 0.5 January, February, March, April, May. So I meet at chatball. May 11, that are before. After May, that are before. Before May 11 and after. So January, February, March, April, May. That are May, right? 11 of the month. before and August. So the answer for this would be C, because literally the first one of the month, so May, right? I can hold on there. Yeah. Spreadsheet formulates use spreadsheet, all of them. Integer enter into a cell on a spreadsheet are automatically. Integer entered into a cell on a spreadsheet automatically. A, right, with no decimal. A question I ever repeat you, Simon. Which type of interface allow the user to communicate with the computer system by keying in instruction? For your instruction, what come to mind? Command driven. So the answer would be D. Which of the following device is used for manual data entered into a computer system? Barcode reader. Which of the following is an example of a correct format email? This would be A. The answer if I be A for this, but do not swap the paper, then you can switch it at any time. So guys, when the 2025 paper come out, me I go do it ASAP. As me see it, me I go do it. Which of the following type of software should be used for application that involves repetition? This will be word processing. Selecting or highlighting a paragraph, you have to block everything. Man, this what the man, this already, man. Shit. Look at this. I'm taking paper 2 times at that one, you know. Catch the paper 2 damn time. I can't see the rest of this, you know. When the hen is ready to lay her egg, then and only then what? Then the program, you know. Then will the hen find a select spot to lay her. Me can't see the other part cut off, so. Guys, I don't want to tell no foolish for this, so can't really see it. So I skip over 43. I can't see. I don't want to tell no foolish thing. But I think the answer is 2 still. I do it already. I think the answer is 2. I'm not sure. So, which of the following feature would be least efficient when using the find and replacing dialog box to replace all? If I get up there, so I can't get down here, so I can't finish the word them, so I don't know. I think this I'm not sure, I think it's a find each. I think this a C. Guys, I'm not sure about 43, 44 because I'm not see the instruction I'm for read. Which of the following formulas will display the exercise the name Zumba in any cell where the formula is placed? Zumba there. Where is Zumba? Zumba. Alright, Zumba 18, B18. this tricky now, you know. Hey. A V lookup, you know, about that. Should be G. My foot cramp up. I said G that carried on from G, they say, you know. 500. Wishing on 500. Oh, my foot cramp up. Jesus, wishing on 500. Zumba 010. Blood. Hold on there. Oh. Oh, boy. 010. Oh, say look on Zumba number would be 18. You look on 010. You look up here, so you see 010. So it'll be G4 A18. No, G4 A18 G4A. So it's either A or C with it between right now. Colon C22. The tree either 3 or 2 something. No. The answer would be C. Which of the following formulates will count the number of customers whose gender is equal to M in the column D? No, so it's a count if column D. I'm count the meal now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 meals. This will be D. Tired of man. What type of cell referencing will replicate a formula that use fixed cell? Which of the following feature would give you the old and new version of a previous saved document when using a word processing? B. Save as with the old file name. The file that uniquely identify a record in a database is called. It's a primary key. Guys, as the paper done, guys, literally I go, they call it, go wash out some, later me I go do some things. After I'm finished, then I'll come back and do POB next. Which of the following steps is required to center text across a range of cells in a spreadsheet? A. Which of the following tasks does the algorithm prefer? This repeat again, you know. So the algorithm now, so A and the having to reads 2 number and print the first Print D the answer. Print the first number if it is larger than the second. D answer for this. You have been asked to write algorithm program to calculate and print the 7 times table from 1 to 12. Which 4 statements below as the correct high-level language syntax to accomplish the task? 1 to 12. This I know so this a far count. D. When implementing a program, which of the following steps comes after executing maintaining? C. What is the name given to a identifier that always holds the same value? Holds the same value. This is not storage. This is not. Remember this answer? I really answer. Remember this answer. Either constant cannot move. Constant cannot move. Variable can move. That we know of them for sure. It's not location, it's not storage. So either constant or variable. What is the given? Well, no, what is the name given to the identifier that always hold the same value? Always hold it. So the answer for this would be suppose the same value. Constant, yeah. Oh, fully, man. This would be constant. Because variable can move, constant cannot move. Which of the following terms is invalid variable name? This is common sense. A variable cannot start with a number. So this would be B. No variable at all can start with a number. None. So this always repeat. Last year, this repeat. Which paper this matter of fact? 2022. Guys, you know I'm going to 2024. The decision box of program flowchart show the decision box. What is show now? Calculation must be done. Link on another page. Oh boy. Calculation to be done. Input and output operation. If I sit your fuck. If I sit me to blood stomach. Decision box. This is not C, not B. Either to be or B. Our computer program is coding algorithm which calculate the class average for a given exam. E creates a variable that the variable called class underscore average, which data type should be specified when declaring this variable. This is a real. This repeat every damn year. Which of the following option in the correct order can be used to replace I and I in the algorithm? I. What is going on? First you read the process. This will be A. Which of the following instruction will execute the sequence of statements and test the condition at the bottom of the loop? While do is B. This come last year too. When testing an algorithm for correctness, which of the following mutual testing method is most effective in verificating the result. This is a trace table. Guys, me run through two past paper. Now I'm going to the next one. Alright guys, give me a minute. Literally two past paper. Guys, you know I'm going to our next past paper and text in our chat. You want to go to our next past paper because more of POB. Guys, if you don't want to do our next past paper and text in our chat. Trying if you change up a little bit, you know. But guys, I guess you know want to come on for live then, right? Guys, if you don't want to do a next past paper, you can text in the chat and say, alright, do a next past paper, me end for live. Wait, you say, do a next past paper? Guys, me end the live. No text. So guys, later, who the POB you can check back later. So I will start live about I'm not sure, but I will start live like for real. So guys, good luck on the IT exam, and don't fret, don't cry, and don't stress. So the paper is easy, guys.